Q3 has been an amazing quarter for LiveRail. More and more advertisers are spending money in programmatic video, so demand is growing really, really rapidly. And that's encouraging premium publishers, so big broadcasters, major sports networks, folks like that, to start embracing programmatic and actually be able to offer their inventory on a programmatic basis to these advertisers. So, as a sell-side focused platform that works exclusively with publishers, we're helping those premium publishers bring their inventory to the programmatic market and helping them make more money and do so efficiently and effectively. So Q2 was actually even more rapid growth for us than Q3. I think what we saw coming out of the first quarter, we saw a lot of planning and budget allocations go into programmatic video. And in Q2, we then saw a lot of those budgets come through and pretty heavy spending from advertisers. In Q3, what we've seen is a lot of big publishers preparing for what they expect to be a very, very large Q4. So Q3 has really been about planning, putting in place the correct technology, the correct processes. So we've seen a lot of major publishers doing things like launching private exchanges in preparation for Q4 to enable them to kind of take advantage of these programmatic budgets and make sure they have the right tools in place, the right kind of strategies in place, and the right relationships in place to take advantage of that big Q4 coming up. I don't think there's been any one thing that's kind of made a big shift in programmatic, but 2013 overall has been obviously a year of huge growth. So at LiveRail, we've more than tripled this year from a revenue standpoint versus last year. So the company is now a little shy of $100 million of revenue for the year of 2013, which is phenomenal growth, which we're really excited about. But I think the big driver of that has been a combination of advertiser demand, so advertisers seeing the benefit of programmatic buying, and publishers getting comfortable that the right tool sets are out there to enable them to participate in that market while still maintaining strict controls. Premium publishers, so big broadcasters, their primary business driver is direct sales. It's guaranteed sales, sponsorship dollars. And so when they want to play in the programmatic market, they need to have the right kind of controls, the right tool sets in place to be able to do that safely. And I think you're seeing that right balance come to play right now in the market, where publishers have the controls they need, they have the right tools, the right technology, and advertisers are now really unlocking significant dollars and significant budgets for programmatic. So in combination between that supply and demand, you're seeing that market just really kind of gain momentum and start going really fast from a growth standpoint. Well, percentages are an interesting thing. Anyone can double from $1 to $2 very easily. Doubling from 100 million to 200 million is obviously tougher. And obviously, as a market, programmatic video continues to grow at a really rapid rate. Obviously, on a percentage basis, that growth obviously diminishes year over year as the market starts becoming really sizable. But this year, research suggests that about 19% of video ad budgets will be executed programmatically. Next year, that's expected to go to about 25% of budgets executed programmatically. So alone, the absolute percentage of budgets executed programmatically is increasing, but that's also, of course, increasing in a rapidly growing market. So next year, there'll be almost $1 billion of advertiser budgets executed programmatically, and that's obviously a huge opportunity for publishers to participate in. I think the big thing is multi-platform right now. So a lot of publishers are seeing the bulk of their new viewership, their incremental growth, coming from things like their smartphone applications or iPad apps, as well as increasingly games consoles and other kind of connected TV platforms. So I think a big push at the moment for major publishers is onboarding their inventory on these platforms, helping unlock that inventory for advertisers, both on a guaranteed and programmatic basis, but making sure that they're available wherever their viewers want to reach them. So if their viewers want to come to them via Xbox or via iPad, that content should be available to those viewers and should be accessible from a monetization standpoint for the publisher to generate revenue from.